I'm reading from Answer to Job by C.G. Jung, paragraph 576. In view of the undoubted frightfulness of divine wrath, and in an age when men still knew what they were talking about when they said, "Fear God," it was only to be expected that man's slight superiority should have remained unconscious. The powerful personality of Yahweh, who, in addition to everything else, lacked all biographical antecedents, his original relationship to the Elohim had long since been sunk in oblivion, had raised him above all the noumena of the Gentiles, and had immunized him against the influence that for centuries had been undermining the authority of the pagan gods. It was precisely the details of their mythological biography that had become their nemesis, for with his growing capacity for judgment, man had found these stories more and more incomprehensible and indecent. Yahweh, however, had no origin and no past except his creation of the world, with which all history began, and his relation to that part of mankind whose forefather Adam he had fashioned in his own image as the anthropos, the original man, for what appears to have been a special act of creation. One can only suppose that the other human beings, who must also have existed at that time, had been formed previously on the divine potter's wheel, along with the various kinds of beasts and cattle, those human beings, namely, from whom Cain and Seth chose their wives. If one does not approve of this conjecture, then the only other possibility that remains is the far more scandalous one that they incestuously married their sisters, for whom there is no evidence in the text, as was still surmised by the philosopher Karl Lamprecht at the end of the 19th century.